Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Reverend Wright, and I want to talk about today a subject on faith versus fear. The question was asked, why does it seem like fear brings more to you or faster than faith? Why is that? We all know that fear attracts what you don't want, and faith attracts what you want. But it seems like that what we fear comes more often than what we have faith in. Why does it seem like fear is stronger than faith? Let's dive into this one and see what's going on. When I begin to think about this subject, thinking about fear and thinking about faith, I begin to realize that it is traced all the way back to our beginning. When we were born into this world, we were taught more on fear than on faith. This was instilled in us from our parents. This is true. From our youth, we was trained on what would hurt us, what would kill us. Stay away from this. Don't touch that. Don't go down there. We was trained a lot on what we did not want. Fear of this and fear of that. But what we was not trained on is what we wanted and how to attract it with our faith. This is the reason why fear is higher and stronger. Our minds are the greatest, powerfulest thing that we have. And if we were trained properly on how to use our minds in faith and attracting what we want, it would take us to any place in the world that we want to go. But sadly, we've been trained on more fear of this and that and what we need to stay away from. This is the problem that we face. If we want greater faith, then we have to stop feeding the fear. We have to starve it to death. We have to kill it, but not giving it attention. Spend more of our time feeding our faith, strengthening our faith. Now it's harder because we are older and we got so much of that fear taught in us that we've been attending and feeding. Now it's time to turn the table. Our minds has the potential and the ability to take us anywhere in life that we want to go. But sadly, it's been locked down by bad teachings and bad habits that we have been doing all of our lives. If we want to turn the tables on our life, we must rearrange and change the thought process that we've been thinking. Our soul and spirit comes from the Father of spirits, Yahweh. So my question is, just how powerful is the human mind? I go back into the Bible and I look at this one story that is a powerful story that I want to share with you today. In the book of Genesis, the people decided to build a tower that reached heaven. They began this work. They came together as one and began to build this tower. It got Yahweh's attention to the point he said, let us go down and see what they are doing. And he came down and watched them at work. Then Yahweh said, this people are one. They come together with one mind. Now nothing can stop them from doing what they intend to do. This is coming from Yahweh himself. The mind is powerful, and you can do whatever you want to do if you believe in what you're doing. That's faith. Now, what is faith? The Bible says that faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now, what does that truly mean? To best explain this, I will examine and explain fear. Since fear is the most dominant thing in most people's lives, let's dissect fear to explain faith. When you inwardly fear something, it shows outwardly in your actions. Yes, when you fear heights, terrified of heights, it shows in your actions by you not going anywhere that's high. See, what you do inwardly must be copied outwardly in order for it to be true. Yes, see, if you truly have a great fear of something, it's going to show in your actions. Just like faith, if you truly believe in something, it's going to show in your actions. You should not be contradicting yourself between what you believe and what you do. Just like if you have a fear of something, you're not going to be contradicting yourself in your actions. Churches all over the world have damaged people in the faith teachings that they've been teaching. They have literally made them lazy couch potatoes, sitting back, praying a faith prayer, faithless prayer, waiting on Yahweh to do it all for them. This is simply not true. The reason why people are not getting anywhere in life, anywhere. The Bible plainly says faith without work is dead. So you must have actions. Your faith must show up in your actions. What you're doing, the things that you are doing from day to day is an example of the faith that you have. So if we are not producing anything, showing up in action, then what are we truly having faith in? There's a wonderful story in the Bible dealing with this faith subject. There was a man who had a son that was possessed by the devil. And all that boy's life, the devil has been tormenting him. The father tried everything. He heard about Yeshua. So he brought his son to Yeshua's disciples to get them to cast out the demon. But the disciples could not do it. So Yeshua came to the man and asked the man a question. He said, "How long has this been going on?" The man began to tell the story. Since he was a child, the demons cast him into the fire, cast him into the water to destroy him. But if you can do anything, please help him. So Yeshua looked at him. If you can believe, all things are possible to him that believes. The father immediately cried out, "Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief." Now, my question is, what was the father actually saying? First he said, "I believe." Then he said, "Help my unbelief." Let's dive into this one. First, the father said, "I believe. I believe that you are the Christ. All powers are in your hands. I know you can heal my son. That's not my problem. The unbelief part is the issues are in with me. All the failed attempts in the past to see my son delivered has greatly damaged me personally. It's not you, God. It's me. It's in me." You see, the issue is not believing that Yahweh and Yeshua can do what they say they can do. The issue is in us believing that we can hold on until he does what he says he can do. Never is the issue believing that Christ has the power. It's believing in ourselves to hold on until Christ does what we need him to do. The unbelief part, lies within us. You see, because we've been taught all our lives to fear more than faith, it has greatly damaged us. It doesn't matter how much we know and understand how great Yahweh is and all the power that he has. If we are damaged inwardly, damaged mentally, damaged faith, we are going to have a hard time releasing that hard time. You see, the man did not have a double tongue or double-minded when he says, I believe, and yet help my unbelief. He was merely stating that I believe in the power that you have, but I'm having personal issues. I'm having a personal deficit in me that I'm having hard time getting over. Help that part. Help that part in me. I'm battling that right now. Help me, Father. If we want to resurrect the faith in us, we must first deal with what's been killing our faith all our lives, and that's fear. Fear, brothers and sisters, brings torment, and it kills us and it limits us on what we can do. We must deal with fear in order for faith to rise to glory. Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief. I'm weary. It's not you, God, it's me. Help my unbelief. Lord, I have a personal deficit, and I can't get past it. I'm down, Lord. Help my unbelief. I need you. Oh God, help my unbelief. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. My faith is low. I know you can do it, but I can't. It's not you, God, it's me. It's me. It's me. Help my unbelief. Help my unbelief. I've been through so much, and I need help. Help me. Help me, Lord. Hello. If you like what you heard, please, if you haven't done already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell and like this video. God bless you. Thank you.